your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100+ globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100+ global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500+ multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100+ authorized training partners and 50+ universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000+ members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100+ globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100+ global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500+ multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100+ authorized training partners and 50+ universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000+ members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining today's session. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are joining this session from. I'll be sharing my screen so we can start with the session. So please allow me a minute, and meanwhile, please drop your location where you're watching this session from. We would love to know that. And here we go. I hope you all can see my screen. Bear with me, please. Here we go. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's session. I would love to give you all a very warm welcome to GSTC Certified Learning AI that delivers unlocking business value with Enterprise Copilot, with a theme that is transforming enterprise performance with AI-powered Copilot. My name is Preetam. I'll be here as moderator. Feel free to use the chat box in case if you have any questions or concern. I'm happy to assist you all. And what excites this session more that we do have this incredible panel of experts lined up for this week, which is from 9 to 13th March. And we already had some amazing sessions previously. So please keep the same encouragement for the upcoming sessions as well, as we have this amazing panel of speakers lined up for the upcoming sessions as well. So I believe you all are aware about the time slot, the same time slot that you have joined right now, 8:30 according to Central, 9:30 p.m. Singapore, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and 9:30 a.m. Eastern. This time will remain for this series, and if there's any update or any changes, I will definitely let you know. And before we could start with the session today, we would love to introduce our hosting organization, GSTC, specifically those who have joined us for the first time for today's session. We known as Global Skill Development Council. We are vendor agnostic, vendor neutral. We are globally recognized certification body, and we are accredited by ABICP. We do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us. We have certified more than 250,000 professionals worldwide. We have 500 plus subject matter experts, those are our industry experts. They help us with our exams programs and all the deliverables. Also, as you can see that we do have 100 plus authorized training partner. We are associated with 1000 plus multinational corporates and 500 Fortune companies and 50 plus university across the globe. And as I mentioned that we do have 100 plus authorized training partners. So yes, we do have our training partners across all the regions. So thank you to all our training partners and those who have joined us through our training partner channel. In case if you're looking for any training program for yourself, feel free to reach out to our training partners to have an inquiry about it. You will find the contact details in the chat box itself. A special thanks to our official media partner, WordPress Hub. They cover all our events and press releases. So those who have joined us for the first time, a quick introduction to GSTC AI Studio, a learning platform where we are providing 100 plus live sessions on AI, which is led by global experts, where you will be getting 4 daily sessions, which is 45 minutes of live impactful sessions along with the hands-on learning, where you can apply all the concepts that you have learned in that particular session. And in case if you get any doubt or question, that will be resolved instantly, real time, with the help of our subject matter experts. So this is the training which is aligned with the industry standards for the job ready skills, and this is the opportunity where you will be learning from the AI leaders around the globe. And if you want to know more about the GSTC AI Studio, feel free to reach out to our learning advisors for more information. And as I mentioned in my earlier slide that we do have 100 plus certification portfolio. So this portfolio is specifically designed for our professionals who want to upskill themselves and who want to stay industry relevant in this AI era, right? So feel free to check all our certification information, which is available on our website, www.gstcouncil.org, and to check other offerings that GSTC has for all of you. What all benefits you'll be getting with the certification programs? You can see these all the benefits you'll be getting. In case if you opt out a certification from GSTC, you will become GSTC's member for a lifelong. With that, you'll be getting certificate upgrade. You all will be having free access to all our workshop, boot camps, and guess what? You'll be having free access to all our exclusive learning program. Along with that, you'll be getting implementation resources, speaker invites, and newsletter. So if you want to understand more about these benefits, reach out to our learning advisors. They're always there to help you with this entire process of the certification program, all the information, available certificates, and all the benefits that comes along with it. And without any further delay, I'm truly honored to welcome our today's speaker, Mohammed Derhali. He'll be taking us through the topic that is one of the important topic, navigating AI in Microsoft 365 ecosystem. I would love to tell you all more about Mohammed Derhali here. So he's a technical lead, Microsoft MVP and Microsoft Certified Trainer MCT, specializing in Microsoft 365, SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, and the Power Platforms. He currently works as a solution architect at Cyclotron INSEC, helping organization design secure and scalable modern workplace solution. With a master degree in software engineering, he's passionate about enabling business to leverage AI-powered tools and Microsoft technologies to enhance productivity, collaboration, and digital transformation. We're delighted to have you, Mohammad Darhali, with us today. Thank you so much for joining us to share your insights. We are really excited. You can have the handle of the mic now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Pritam. Let me just share my screen and we can get started. You hear me well, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Let me share my screen and we can get started now. Cool. Perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Mohammad Derhali. I'm a Microsoft MVP certified trainer based in Ottawa, Canada. And I'm also working as a solution architect tech lead at Cyclotron, which is, let's say, like it's a Microsoft shop. So we do anything that's related to Microsoft, Azure, Power Platform, SharePoint, Teams, Microsoft 365 Copilot, Microsoft Foundry, all of that stuff. All right, so that was a little bit about myself. If you want to connect with me, feel free to scan this QR code to connect with me on LinkedIn. We're also running the Canadian Cloud community, so feel free to join our events as well. So you're going to find the link to follow our LinkedIn and YouTube channel through this QR code as well. So feel free to do that. I'd be happy to connect with you. All right. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to submit them. So I'm going to be monitoring the chat here as well. So feel free to ask any questions that you would have. All right. So what we're going to be covering in today's session. So it's going to be all about AI within Microsoft 365. So AI in Microsoft 365, it exists in many places. So you have AI in SharePoint, AI in Teams, AI in different Viva applications, and of course, Microsoft 365 Copilot. So what we're gonna be doing in this session is try to cover as many AI aspects in Microsoft 365 as possible. So just to show you what you would have if you have a Copilot license, or without having a Copilot license, what you can do if you have pay-as-you-go subscription. And we're gonna talk about that in a minute. So basically, when it comes to AI in SharePoint, we can have SharePoint agents that are going to be able to help us with different things in our environment, from creating sites, creating pages, creating the libraries and lists, organize our content. All of that is going to be available for us in SharePoint when it comes to AI. We also have something called as a document processing for Microsoft 365. So basically, document processing for Microsoft 365, if you remember, anyone that worked on something called as SharePoint Syntax, or it became SharePoint Premium, and now it's called document processing for Microsoft 365. It's basically a pay-as-you-go subscription that you need to have an Azure subscription, and then it's a pay-as-you-go, and it's going to provide you with some AI features that are going to help you manage your content. So some of this is the autofill columns. You would have the translations. So these are like the two main aspects that rely on AI. It has also other stuff like OCRs, like being able to generate documents based on, you just like fill out a form and then the document is going to be generated for you. You don't need like, let's say that you're preparing a SAO for a client. I can write the client's name once, and then in page number 5, page number 10, page number 50, it's going to go and add the client name all over the place and then generate the document for me. So we're going to be able to do that with the content assembly. And recently, Microsoft, they added some AI aspects to the content assembly there. And lastly, we have Microsoft 365 Copilot. So basically, Copilot and everything that comes with it. So we have Microsoft 365 Copilot. We have Microsoft 365 Copilot in different Office applications like Copilot in Excel, Copilot in Word documents, in Outlook, Copilot in Microsoft Teams. We're able to build our own agents with the Agent Builder. So that's also another thing. We have the agent mode in Copilot. So for example, I can say in PowerPoint, hey, I want you to go and create PowerPoint presentation using this article and make it in a specific theme, etc., etc. It will go and generate the presentation for me. We have specialized agents like the researcher, analyst, skills, prompt coach, and so on and so on. So we have these agents that are available for us. Lastly, we have things like the app builder and the workflow builder. And we talked about the agent builder. So you're able to, just by writing prompts, you're able to build an application, or you're able to build a workflow, and you're going to be able to build an agent just by writing a prompt. So we're going to try to cover as many of these topics in this session as we can. And yeah, let's just walk through this. All right, so AI in Microsoft 365. We have two ways in order to get AI features within Microsoft 365. First of all is to get a Microsoft 365 Copilot license. So you would need to get this license, assign it to users, then users are going to be able to get access to AI features within Microsoft 365. That's our first way. Our second way is to go pay as you go. Let's say that we don't want to go with Copilot fully licensed users. We can just go pay as you go, and you just pay for whatever users are using when it comes to that AI, which is more limiting than just having the actual Copilot license. So let's talk about AI in SharePoint. Without talking about Copilot itself that is available in Microsoft Teams and Office applications, when it comes to SharePoint, if we have a Copilot license, what would we be able to do when it comes to SharePoint? First of all, we would have access to SharePoint agents. So SharePoint agents are going to be available for us in SharePoint pages. When we go to a specific document library, we're going to be able to have Copilot in there. We can create our own agents. Let's say that I need to create an agent that would pull information only from two documents. I have documents talking about policies for insurance, and these two documents, they represent the gold plan and the silver plan. So I can have these two documents, build an agent on top of these documents, and then use it in SharePoint, or I can also use it in Microsoft 365 Copilot app that lives in office.com or in Microsoft Teams. But the origin is going to be in SharePoint. I can build an agent that's only accessible in OneDrive. So I just can go to my OneDrive for Business and create an agent there as well. If you're using Viva Connections, we now have the AI summary. So I can go to Viva Connections now and say, hey, can you read the news for me from the latest news that I have? And then it's going to give you like an actual news summary for whatever is going on. Let me just see if, can we share the share settings? Are we able to share sound as well? Because I wanted to show you something, but maybe when the time comes, we can check it out. All right. As I mentioned, we can compare files, we can summarize files, and we can ask the agent in SharePoint to organize content. So it's going to suggest fields that you can create in the library. It's going to create these fields for you and then tell you, hey, are you good with these fields or not? And we're going to be able to commit and save these fields. So the agent in SharePoint is going to be able to create these fields for us based on the content that's available in the library. So basically, the agent is going to be able to read the documents and then figure out, oh, you're talking about policies. Why don't we have a policy plan, the policy plan ID column right here? I can extract this from the documents and then have it right there. So it's going to be able to suggest this for you. So let's talk about SharePoint agents. They're going to be available on every single SharePoint site for users with a Copilot license. It is contextual. So if I'm on just the SharePoint page, I can ask questions about this page or the whole site. But if I go to a library, I'm going to be able to ask questions about that particular library. Or if I select a single document, I will be able to ask questions only from that single document. It's not going to get me results from anything else on the site. It will just get me results from that particular document, right? I can, using the switcher right here, if you see it right there, I can switch to other agents. So I can create an agent just for the auto policy in my site, right? So I have the whole agent for SharePoint that can answer me questions about any document within the site. But I can have only for one or two documents related to auto policy, I can create an agent just for these ones. And then I can switch from the general purpose SharePoint agent to the auto policy advisor agent right there. And we're going to be able to do this. And I'm going to show you now how it can be done. We can compare between two files in SharePoint. So I can select a couple files, 3 files, and then I'm going to be able to compare between these files. As I mentioned, agents can be scoped to one or more sites. When you create an agent, I can say, I want to pull information from this site, from that site, or from this site and this site, but that document within that site. So we're going to be able to make it like super dynamic when it comes to selecting from which sites I need to get the answer from, right? So also, when it comes to SharePoint agents, we're going to be able to know within that site which pages should retire. Basically, which pages are inactive, so we can retire these pages. So basically, retiring a page is a page that has been inactive for the last 6 months. So it hasn't been visited, it hasn't been edited. But we can change this interval, we can change this duration. There's a way to change that. But the default is going to be the last 6 months. And when we retire a page, basically, it's going to have an option on top of that page. It's going to have like a banner on top of that page that says, hey, this page has been retired. So users would know that this is an inactive page. It's really old. They can ask the site admin to renew that page, or maybe delete it or update it, and so on and so on. So within the SharePoint agent, we're going to have an option, as you see right here, which says improve this site. If I click on improve this site right here, if I click on this one, it will show me options to improve the site. One of them is retire the pages. And I can see that I have more than 5 pages that I need to retire. Or I can just click here and go look at that page. I can retire the page right here. When I retire the page, basically, it means it's going to stop appearing in Copilot answers and in search results. But the page is still there. It's not going to be deleted. It's going to still be there. And what we're going to have is we're going to have this banner right here that's going to inform users that this page is not being maintained. It hasn't been visited or edited for a very long time. Another thing that we get with the improve this site is to find the gaps on the site or broken links. Basically, the gaps is, let's say that a user on the site searches for Canadian insurance, and the search result is going to return 0 items. Then we're going to get this as suggested under the content gaps. So content gaps is going to tell me, hey, people are searching for Canadian insurance, but they got 0 results returned. Do you want to create a page for that? So next time they search for it, they will get these the answer and the result. So it's going to suggest this for you. It's going to tell you, hey, users are searching for something is missing. Would you want to do something about it? That's the find content gaps. The broken links, let's say that I have a SharePoint page that links to another page, and then that page just link was changed. Or when I'm linking to that page, I just typed the URL wrong, like what we have right here. I'm having a text web part that links to this one, pagio.aspx. I don't have this in my environment. So what I can do is I can just go and fix the link within that page, or I can just redirect. Any users that are requesting this page, go and redirect to that page or to another page. So that is something that we're going to be able to do. Right? All right. Another thing that we get with SharePoint is the FAQs, smart FAQs this time. So basically what you can do is you can add a SharePoint web part, which is right now, it's still in preview. I can say, create FAQs for the auto policies, and I can attach all of the auto policies that we have. Next, what it will do for me is it's going to start generating the categories. And I'm going to say, yes, I'm good with these categories. It's going to start generating the questions. And I'm going to be like, yep, I'm good with these questions. Or I can add my own question there. Then it's going to tell you, hey, do you want me to generate the answers? Yep, generate the answers. And now we're going to get our FAQ up there, right? Then we have the compare files, which what we talked about when it comes to AI in SharePoint. I can select 2 documents, as you see right here, compare the files, and then it will show me in a pop-up the documents that I selected. And I have the documents available for me right here. If I scroll to the right, I will see the other document, like the comparison when it comes to that document. And then I can ask questions about these two documents compared to each other, right? And then lastly, right here, which is the Viva connections. If I go to Viva connections, I can ask, hey, can you generate the text for me to read the summary of all the news that, like the latest news that are appearing right here in Viva connections, or I can ask it to read the news summary for me. So it's going to be like an actual news that you're listening to right there. And we have autofill columns. So autofill columns, basically you create a field in a SharePoint library and then say, in this field, I want you to summarize the document. And then just automatically, this field is going to have all of the summary of the document that you're onto, right? Or maybe the documents you have a contract. You can create a field that says contract date or start date of the contract. Or maybe the budget for the contract. You can create a field named budget. You don't need to go into the SAO to search for the budget. Where is it? You can just create a field named budget and say, give it a prompt, find me the budget from this document. And then automatically the field is going to have the budget for you. And then you can do whatever you want after that. So imagine rather than having to go and train a model to read the content of the document, extract this, populate fields, you can just create these fields now, and then write a prompt and say, add the budget right here, add the client address right here, add the stakeholder right here. And then it will go and read the document and start populating the fields for you, right? It used to be available pay as you go only, but now Microsoft and the latest announcement that they made last week is going to be available for also Copilot licensed users, right? Any questions so far? Anyone has any question? All right. So far, nothing on my end. All right. So we have also document translation, which uses Azure AI translation service. You can translate to up to 10 languages at the same time. You can even have a glossary file. So glossary file, basically, let's say I want to translate from English to French. So and then I have a contract, and this contract is about Microsoft Teams development. I don't want to translate the word Teams to équipe in French. I just want to keep it as Microsoft Teams. So I can create this glossary file and say, if you find the word Teams, keep it in French as Teams. Don't translate it. Or maybe I have an application that's in French, and this application's name is Bonjour. I can say the glossary is keep Bonjour in French. When it's translated to English, keep it as Bonjour, because this is the actual application name. Keep it as is. So this is the use of the glossary file, is to do the mapping when you do the translation. It's just like a CSV file that you can upload when you do the translation. And you can have also integrate with library rules. Basically, let's say that I have a SharePoint field of type choice. And this field is if I change the language in this choice field, if I set it to French, then I can have a rule that if this field is set to French, go and translate the document, make a copy in French. If I set this field to Spanish, go and create a version in Spanish. So I can use it with these rules, and we can also look at that in the demo shortly. Last one is content assembly. So content assembly basically is, it doesn't rely that much on AI, but lately it started relying on AI for a feature that's called structured documents. So basically, you have a document and you want to start creating more documents out of this document. Let's say that you have a SAO, and in this SAO you have the client's name, address, phone number, and then you have the SAO title, and then you have the start date and the budget. And maybe like this information that I just mentioned is mentioned in different places within the SAO. Like maybe the budget is mentioned in 2 places. Maybe the client's name is mentioned in 10 places. It would be hard for you to go and open the Word document and start chasing after all of the placeholders related to the client name, etc., etc. The content assembly, what it gives you is a form that you can fill and say, the client's name is this, the address is this, the phone number, the budget, and so on and so on. And then it will go and replace all of these values, put them in the document for you, and then generate the document for you in either Word document or a PDF, right? Now the AI part comes with, the AI is going to be able to read the document for you and start suggesting fields that you can fill. So it will read the template and say, you know what, you can have, it's good that you would have a field, fill out the budget. It's good that if you fill out the start date of the contract. It's good if you fill out the client's name. It's going to start giving you these things that you can give users to submit when they create the new SaaS, right? Because I don't like slides that much. This is why I went really quickly through the slides, because I think the value comes when people see the demo. So any questions before I jump into the demo? All good? All right, let's get into a demo right. All right. Let's check the SharePoint agents. So what I will do is I'm going to go to my homepage right now. And this is the FAQ that I created. I'm going to show you how this one is created. But if I have a Copilot license, you can see that I would have this icon right here. And this icon is for the agent. And I also have this one, the hovering AI actions. If I click on this one, it will open the default SharePoint agent for me on this side. And I'm going to be able to ask any questions about this side. What is the main content that is mentioned on this side? And now it's going to be able to go and look at the content that's available on this site and then tell me this site is about 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to be able to get information for me about this site. As you can see, we have the microphone icon. I didn't need to type my prompt. I can just talk to the agent, and it will be able to submit the answer back to me. Also, I have this one, which I'm able to see right here. Now, it started giving me information about everything that I have within this site. So rental benefits, compliance, and so on, everything that is part of this site, right? What I can do is I can switch to a more targeted, specific agent, which is this one. And this agent, basically, it looks at this document library, right? So this is how I was able to create this agent. And how do we create an agent? I can switch to this one, and they do something specific. Let me see if there is a question. All right, no, all right. So how do we create an agent in SharePoint? I can go and create an agent right here, and then we're going to get this panel, and then we're going to be able to name it something specific. Let's say that this one is going to be property advisor agent, right? I can give it an icon or a logo, and then I can say the purpose of this agent. This agent is specialized in answering any questions related to property insurance at Lumina Global Financial, right? Now, if I go to sources right here, I can see that the default is from this site. But what I can do is I can say, add contents from this site. I don't want it to be scoped to the whole site altogether. I don't want to get information from the auto library. I don't want to get information from these areas. I want to get from a specific library. So I'm going to select this library, or I can go into this library and select a specific document. Select this one, and leave out this one, right? Can go back right here, select this, and now I have only from this one. If you notice that I have the ability to go and fetch information from another site, so I can say, get me from the HR, and now I can say from the Cyclotron HR department, the whole site, or I can dig into that HR department from a specific document library within that department or a specific file. So now you can pick and choose, but you can see right here, you have a limit. You have a limit of up to 20 sources. So yes, I can create my SharePoint agent. I can scope it to the whole site, to a specific document or a specific library within this site, but I can also go and reach out to other sites as well, or from OneDrive, my OneDrive here, right? Next, let's go to behavior. And you can see right here, I can always start asking questions. So I can, whatever changes that I'm doing, I can ask questions right here. So what are our main policies when for property? And if I do this, it's going to update this one. And if I click on this one, it's going to type it right here, right? Here, the welcome message, which is the message that users are going to see, which is what you see right here. And let's say that I am LGF property agent. You can ask me whatever you like about property insurance. What I can do right here in the agent instructions, and you can see the message is available right here. And this one, provide helpful, accurate, etc. And then what I can say is try to add emojis as much as you can. At the end, make a joke about property insurance. So now let's test it out. If I do this, and let's see if it's going to respect the rules that I have right here. So if it's going to add emojis and generate a joke at the end, right? All right. So emojis. We got emojis right here. We got emojis, etc. And here now promised property joke. Why don't property insurance policy? Right. So it actually did what we wanted it to do. Now I can create this one and I can chat with it, or I can just close this one. I can share it with other people. And you can see that all of the agents are going to be stored within the site assets library right here. So within the site assets in the Copilot, we have all of the agents created within this site. And I also have approved agents right here, and I'm going to talk about what that is. But if I close this one, here I have the agent. What's going to happen is if I go and start using other agents, like if I go and use this candidate helper and use this EDM, etc., my agent is going to start going down in the list the more I use it. So what you can do is when you go to this one, the property advisor agent, I can set it as approved and set it as an approved agent. That means it's going to look as if it's like an authentic agent. That's something that's approved by the site admins. So approved on this side. And people, when they go to this site, they're going to see it at the top right here, right? Because you can see other agents created from other sites as well. Like these agents that you see right here, they're not part of this site, like this documents agent or EDM agent. They're not part of this, this site. Now, if I refresh this one, I can see under the approved, I have my two agents within this site, right? Moreover, if I go to office.com, so let's say that I go to office.com right here, I'm going to be able to deal with my property advisor agent in Copilot. So now I'm in Microsoft 365 Copilot, and I'm going to be able to talk to my SharePoint agent right from within Copilot. And you can see the source is coming from the Lumina policy and knowledge site, which is this one. So yes, I created it in SharePoint, but I'm able to use it in Microsoft 365 Copilot itself, right? Which is really cool. By the way, you don't need to memorize this whole URL, M365, cloud, etc. You can still go to office.com, which is the old link, and bam, you're right here. It's going to do a redirect to this URL, right? So this is for the SharePoint agents right here. Let's see what we can also do. See this one. the hovering AI panel. I can summarize this page. If I do this, it's going to go again and open up the SharePoint agent. So it's going to show it to me, and then it's going to summarize this page. It's going to tell me, hey, this is an FQ page, blah, 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 and so on and so on, right? So not interesting that much. But if I go to improve this site, right, I can see there is like no retired pages, no content gaps, etc. But let's go to this site, for example, the HR department. If I click on this one and improve this site, let's see now. No inactive pages. I have this broken link right here, and no inactive pages because I just ignored all of them. But if you have like an inactive page, let me see if I can go to HR. HR works. Oops. Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah, it's the site there where I just activated all the pages again. I edited them again. So basically, like if you do like the improve site, you're going to see all of the inactive pages right here. Content gaps, there's no content gap, and you're going to see all of them available right here, right? So another thing, see right here, I have Viva connections. If I go to this one in Viva connections, I have the news available right here. Everything is good. If I go to news, I can now listen to news briefing. Let me see if I can if I'm able to share sound. Yes, I'm able to share sound. All right. So if I say listen to news briefing,
hello, and welcome to your AI news briefing. Some news posts contain sensitive information, so please exercise caution. We'll be starting shortly. Lumina Financial March 2026. The article, Lumina Financial March 2026, provides a March 2026 technical update on Lumina claims operations, highlighting integrations with new Microsoft features.
so you can see like the idea, and I can also say, I don't want to listen to it. Just give me the summary so I can read it. So now it's going to be available right here. So this is also another feature that is available for us. All right. What else? All right. So let's also go to let's go to the auto insurance right here. Let's see. I can select the gold plan and the silver plan. I can go to actions, AI actions, and then say compare files. Now I get this pop-up, and we're going to be able to compare between these two files right here. So let's see how it works. You ask for a comparison, and now it's going to give us a table for the comparison between these two files. Let's see right now. So the coverage type, deductible, coverage limit, and we can see highlights from these two files, the features in each one. I can now ask a question. It's going to go and open up the SharePoint agent, and I'm going to be able to ask more questions only about these two files, right? So this is something that is available for us right here. Let's see, what other cool stuff can we do, right? What I'm going to do, how did we do this? Summarize, and then I can click on this one to summarize the document. How do we do this one? Let's actually do it again together and see how this is done. Now it's going to summarize my document in bullet points, right? So let's see how we did that. Let's see if it works first. All right, it works, right? So how do we do this? This is actually called as a quick step field. So first of all, what we do is we go to integrate. Let's just uncheck this one. We go to integrate and we create a quick step. So a quick step is something that we can right here. So something that if I trigger, it's going to do something specific. Either it's going to execute a flow for me, or copy file, or move, or draft an email, etc., etc. One of the actions that I have is ask SharePoint. So basically, I'm going to create this one, and the quick step name is generate a summary this time. Generate a summary. Now, generate a summary for the document. Make it professional with, or like make it funny with emojis, right? Let's just have it different right here. I can have rules when to show the quick step. So I can say, show this quick step only if the field, specific field, equals something specific, if it was created by me, or if the country is Canada, and so on and so on. We can play with the rules when this quick step would appear. So I have this one, and now I can create this quick step. Now, how do we use this quick step? I have the summarize this document, generate a summary, which is what we just created, generate a summary. How do we use it is I can click on this one, and now I can go to integrate, and now I can say generate a summary, right? So now I can generate a summary. It will go and execute that prompt for me. So this is my prompt, generate a summary, make it funny with emojis. Now the summary is going to be generated for me. So this is how you create a quick step. You go to integrate, you create your own quick step, and then you start using this quick step on whatever document that you want. So here is the summary, right? But how do we actually have it right here? Microsoft, what they did is they have a new field type called quick step, of type quick step. I can just do this one and say generate summary. This is the name of the field, and the quick step. This is going to be the type of the field, and then I can choose which quick step, which is generate a summary, and save. Imagine what you can do with this field. So this field is going to be able to call a quick step, and then a quick step is going to be able to either generate a summary, copy the file, or generate or draft an email, or execute a workflow. So this feature of quick step right here, to be able to create a quick step to do something specific, and then call this quick step on a specific document, is powerful. But now to have the ability to call it through a column right here that I can just call it from wherever I want is really powerful, right? So this is like how we can generate like summary for the fields. What else can we do? What we can do is we can translate documents, and it's going to use the Azure AI translation service in order to translate the document. So you can see right here, I translated this one, the gold plan, to French. But how did I do it? Let's do that for the silver plan. So I can go right here. I can either do whatever I want by clicking on this or by clicking on this one, right? So if I go right here, I can still do the integrate, call the quick step, or I can translate the document. If I click on translate document, I can translate up to 10 languages at the same time. So I can say translate this one to Spanish right here. And I'm going to be able to have the glossary file. Remember the glossary file, you need to have it within the same library. Basically, it's the mapping, CSV file mapping between the words, what you want to have. If I have more than one language, I'm not going to be able to use a glossary file because the glossary file is one-to-one, right? So now we can translate this one to Spanish. But what we can do even more powerful is integrated with rules. So what we can do right now is I can create a field. Let's create a field, and this one is going to be target language. And now I have French, and I can have Spanish and Japanese, right? I can have these three fields, and I'm going to save. right? So now we have this field. What we can do is we can go to integrate again, but this time it's not a quick step. We can go to rules right here. I can go to rules and I can say, when a file or metadata is modified, what do we want to do? So I can just go right here and say, if the column, which is the target language, is equal to French, then I want to create translated copy in French. And this is going to be my French rule, translation rule. Can create another rule, which is if the target language changes to, I want to enter a specific value, Spanish, then translate into Spanish. And so on and so on. And then I can do it for Japanese, etc. Now what I can do here is, if I change the language for this one, now we have the French, if I change it to target language to Spanish, the rule to do the translation is going to kick and it will translate this one to Spanish. And we can see the translation activities that are taking place right here. This one, I find it often is not that accurate. Sometimes just like keeps on saying 3 hours ago, etc. But give it some time and then you will see the updates available right here, right? So shortly, we're going to see the files, the French translation and the Spanish translation for this one available for us, right? All right. Now let's look at another also nice feature. So I'm going to go to the same library again. Let's close the SharePoint agent. And let's do this. Let's just close this one. What I'm going to do is I will have, let's actually look at the plans. So here are like my, the plan that I have here. So we can analyze these values. So let's get the reimbursement amount. I think this one is available in all of our or deductible amount, right? All right. So let's actually create a field and say this is going to be text, and I'm just going to say deductible amount. I'm going to keep it as text, but I'm going to have the autofill on. Now it's going to tell me write a prompt that I can use to go and ask the question, ask the document this prompt and get you back the value. And it's going to even suggest the prompt for you. So now extract the deductible amount per vehicle as stated in this one. I can click on this one and use this prompt. And you can see right now that the Spanish file got generated because that's what the rule that did. So, and now I can test this rule. So I can test it against this document, the fleet document. I can test it against this one and see if it's going to get me deductible amount. I can test it against the gold and test this one. I didn't need to train it anything. I just ask AI to go and look into the document and then get back the value. And now this value is going to be submitted as the value for the column. Now I can save. What's going to happen is now it's not going to do it on its own. I will need to select all of the documents that I have. Now I have this option, autofill columns, and I can select autofill. What this will do is for each document, it's going to process the autofill for it across all of the fields. So if you have more than one field that will do the autofill, I suggest that you go and create these fields, because if you're on pay as you go, it will charge you for each time you click on, you process a document. So if you process the document for one field or for 10 fields, it's going to cost you the same amount of money when you do this. So create the 10 fields and then process the document once. So just think about all of the fields that you want to process. But now once I do this, autofill, your files are being processed. This may take some time. And shortly, we're going to see the values available right here. Right? This is regarding the autofill columns. Any questions about what we covered so far? All right. Let me show you now. The values are starting to get generated right here. Okay, so this one, the gold plan is there. It was translated to Spanish, and here's our Spanish. Shortly, it should generate our Spanish version, not yet. This one was generated from this one because we did it manually. Still, the rule hasn't been applied yet to this one. All right, let's actually check one last thing, which is the SharePoint, editing pages with SharePoint. Refresh and edit. And now in SharePoint, what you can do is you can ask it to help you with the sections. So I can say, hey, I want you to add a section about, and I can describe what the section needs to have. And if you notice, this is what I had at that HR site. Let me just go to that HR. This is the section that was generated for me. I just told it, hey, generate a section with 3 whoop parts and the current weather in each city in 3 columns. And this is what it did for me, right? So you can generate a section, ask it to do the background in a specific way. The frequently asked questions whoop part, so it's there, it's still in preview. You can provide it with, hey, I want you to generate FAQs in this way, etc., etc. And then you can start adding the documents and then say, is it regarding an event, product, policy, or general? In my case, I just chose policy, and then the output language of the questions and answers. And it will start drafting that for you. First, it will generate the main categories you need to approve. It will generate the questions you need to approve. It will generate the answers you will need to approve, right? All right, I think we covered enough when it comes to SharePoint translation. I'm not going to cover the content assembly for now, but let's get back to Microsoft 365 Copilot and code. So 365 Copilot and the related things around it. So we have Microsoft 365 Copilot. We have native agents like the researcher, analyst, etc. We have the agent builder. We have the Copilot in Office applications. We have the agent mode. We're going to check that out as well. And we have Copilot Studio to build agents, autonomous agents, etc. So the researcher and analyst agents, these are reasoning agents. So they dig deep into the analysis of your content. So it's not like asking Copilot itself the question. For example, the researcher, the analyst agent is going to start executing Python code to analyze. It's going to work as an actual data scientist. So it runs Python code when it analyzes your content. The researcher is able to reason over a large set of work data. It takes so long to be executed, but the result of the researcher is it's going to generate like a paper for you. It's like someone that did the actual research and generated a document for you, like an actual paper that you can read through and learn something specific, right? The researcher can connect to other data sources, and you can also invoke these agents in other applications, like, for example, Excel. I can, like within Excel, I can invoke the analyst agent and do my work in there, right? The agent builder, maybe Copilot, the Microsoft 365 Copilot is too generic for me. I need to have a specialized case that I can build the agent builder around. So specialized agents, personal agents that I can build, connect to external sources, ability to create images, ability to draft, create Office documents. You can export. If it's limited at some point, you can now take that, put it in Copilot Studio and extend it in Copilot Studio. Or you can download the file and then take it somewhere else if you want. Like I can develop that in my environment, and then I want to use it in my client's environment. We can do that now. Next, the app builder. So with the app builder, I'm able to go and generate an application without having to write code. And this application is going to be generated in React. So Microsoft is going to like take your prompt, create a React application, and you will be able to use this application. It's going to be hosted in Dataverse, but the actual lists that run this application are going to be hosted in SharePoint. So all of the CRUD operations, whatever like questions or like whatever stuff that you're submitting to this agent or to your application is going to be submitted to these SharePoint lists, right? And finally, the workflow builder. Now we can create autonomous agents. So let's say I want an agent that would, on Fridays, by the end of the day, go and send me an email summary of all the emails and tasks that I have missed during the week, and send me a message in Microsoft Teams about that. So it will go and analyze my calendar for the whole week, generate a summary, send it to me in Microsoft Teams. We're able to do that now with the workflow builder. There is a question, can we have the reply of this section? I'm not sure what this means, Benga, if you can clarify that. So before we go into QA section, let me just walk you through a few things in Copilot itself, right? So right here, if you go to all agents in Copilot, I can have the agents that I frequently use, or the ones that custom developed by me or by my team, the company, or I can have the ones built in by Microsoft. And anything that you can see like as Frontier, this is basically like the preview ring by Microsoft, right? So what we can do right here is, let's say that I want to go to, let's pick the agent or app builder. Let's go to the app builder right here. If I go to the app builder, I can see a few applications that I was playing with, and I can go to this one, calculator and carousel. If I go to this one, calculator and carousel, I can see that I just gave it a prompt. Can you create a calculator in blue and yellow? And then at the bottom, I want to have the latest news from Yahoo in a carousel, right? So now it created the calculator for me, and it's right there. And now I have the latest news coming from Yahoo. And now I can just share this one with other colleagues. This is built on React and stored in Dataverse. And now I have an application without me having to write anything. You can create like apps like this if you wish. It doesn't have to be a calculator. It can actually submit and retrieve information from backend SharePoint lists. So this is like a basic thing, but you can actually do CRUD operations, create, retrieve, delete and edit content in the backend in SharePoint lists. What we can also do is we can go to the workflows agent. The workflows agent, you have examples right here. If I click on this one, every weekday morning, review all unread emails from default inbox in the last 24 hours. And then what it will do, it's just going to generate a summary and then send it to you on Microsoft Teams, right? Or maybe this one, review all columns in a SharePoint list. So it's going to go and connect to a SharePoint list and then generate a summary based on that and then send it to your team. Or this one, go and reach out to Planner and send a message in Microsoft Teams, etc., etc. So you can just do these autonomous agents using this workflow builder that will just go and run on a specific interval, or when you receive an email from someone, go and do this and that. So it's like the workflows, it's like Power Automate, but you can just do all of this targeted for information workers. It's not targeted for people that are used to go and open like the makers in Power Automate, just someone that doesn't have any technical experience, they can just go right here, write a prompt, and then the workflow is going to generate the autonomous agent for them in the background that will do something based on a specific trigger, right? And this is for the workflows. What we also have is, we also have the PowerPoint. So if I go to this one and see right here, this is what I was trying to do last Monday. I was asking the agent, can you create like a PowerPoint presentation that I can use for Microsoft 365 to talk about anything that's related to AI? Or you can just do things here and there. And let's see, build a deck that for electric vehicles, adoption, etc., etc. Now let's try to go with this one, just to see like the experience that you would get from this one. Now it's gonna start asking you questions. Do you want to do it in this way? Do you want to do it in that way? Which theme do you want to have? What's the main topic? Is it going to be for end users, for executives, and so on and so on? So it will just walk you through this. And this is the agent mode for PowerPoint. Still working on it. While this one is working, let's go and try to see the agent builder. So the agent builder or Copilot Studio Lite, it's same. And now we have our agent builder. I can start from an existing agent. So I can start from any of these ones, Scrum Assistant, Career Coach, etc., etc. Or I can just keep my start from the default. Or I can describe the agent itself. So I can just write the prompt, it will generate the agent for me. But if I go back to configure, I can add the agent name, description, instructions, and now I can work on the knowledge. All right. So the knowledge right here is I can pick from SharePoint. I can pick from a specific team. I can pick from Outlook or from websites, right? I can upload document, the agent that can analyze, or get it from OneDrive. I can search all websites. So I don't want to search from all websites, only use the specific resources. So if I upload a document, just get me answers from this document. Don't depend on the knowledge for the agent, for the LLM itself. Don't depend like on your memory, just use this document, right? I can add other external data sources that we have right here. So if you have like Copilot connectors, and we can enable capabilities. So I can now say, I want to generate Word documents, Excel, PowerPoint, and I want it to be able to generate images. So you can see this one is more powerful than the SharePoint agent. Always start with the SharePoint agents. If it's limited, then try to go to the agent builder. If it's limited, try to go to Copilot Studio and so on and so on. So this is like the next level on top of SharePoint. You can build your agents and then you can start testing the agent right here. Let's see this one. So the PowerPoint right here says, what's the primary focus, consumer, etc., etc. Let's say it's business. What region? North America. And I can pick theme. So let's go with that one. And I want to make it more than 10 slides. And it will start generating the presentation for me. Right. That's pretty much it for what I wanted to cover in today's session. Any questions? No questions. Pritam, that's not my LinkedIn link.
Yeah, I've shared your LinkedIn in case if they have any question later on for you. Right now, I cannot see any questions.
I'll keep this
Seems
one.
like
If
they understood
anyone wants to connect. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see we are getting question regarding the recording. So I would love to tell all the participants, yes, the recordings will be available on our GSTC's official platforms. So for that, you have to reach out to a learning advisor. They'll help with you for the access. I've already shared their contact details in the chat box. If you want, I can share it again. I'm happy to do that. Here we go. And apart from this, any other question for our speaker today, please do let us know. We have last 5 minutes maybe, as we're already running out of time. So if in case if you get any question, feel free to reach out to our speaker, or you can post your question across our blogs and social media and tag GSTC. Will make sure that our subject matter is getting expert is getting back to you, right? So that said, we should please can you share again? I have already shared it. You'll find it over there, Rudimi. And that's it. Thank you so much for this amazing demo session. I believe this is really going to be very helpful for all the participants. And that's it. We would love to have more sessions with you. And before I take the mic back, we would love to hear final thoughts from you for all our participants who joined.
I mean, like, I hope this was helpful, at least an eye-opener for the attendees, like what is possible out there, what they can use. Now they have an idea about what's available in Microsoft when it comes to AI and SharePoint.